It's the Nanny Affair, Chapter 12. The Gala. I hope you're ready for this. On the night of the charity gala, Sam stands in your doorway and you can hardly believe what she's saying. Will you be my date to the gala? What happened to Sophia? She can't make it. She came down with a bad case of food poisoning. Am I the only one that thinks like Sam could have poisoned her? No. Oh, still, I'm not sure it's a good idea for me to take her place. Don't you think Sophia wouldn't like it? We'd be tempting fate. It was her idea, actually. You're joking. She said you'd know what to do since you helped her prepare, and it was uncouth for Dalton Enterprises to have an empty seat at the table. You feel a fluttering in your chest that feels a lot like hope, but what about the boys? We can't leave Mason and Mickey by themselves. Cut already said he can keep an eye on them. Okay, but your mind races to come up with another reason, yet you can't. But somewhere deep down you know there's no turning back if you give in. Sam, you don't need an excuse. I don't want to force you into something you don't want to do. Oh, I do want to do this. That's the problem. If we do this, I'm worried we can't undo it. Sam steps forward, reaching out to cup your cheek. You can't help but lean into her touch. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I do know this. I'm a selfish woman, and I want one night, this night, with you. Sam drops her hand back to her side, but only if you want it to. You take a deep breath, quieting the warning voice in the back of your mind. You're selfish too. I want it. I want you. Then I'm yours. So, what exactly does one wear to a fancy event like this? Funny you should ask. I thought our attire could complement each other's tonight. Sam presents you with a stunning gold gown that glitters like hers as it catches the light. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. Doesn't matter what you wear, but I do think you'd look particularly stunning in this. Sam flashes you a mischievous grin before excusing herself to give you privacy to change. If I'm going to be Sam's date tonight, I should go all in. Damn. That is some fancy-ass dress. Look at those rings, that necklace. Fucking that swirl. Ugh, living my dreams, living my fantasy. I'm not gonna get it. I can't spend gems on this book. I just cannot. I'll be much more comfortable in this. And if I'm going to be on Sam's arm all evening, I'll need to be comfortable. You take a deep breath, square your shoulders, and then head out to meet Sam. When you arrive at the gala, you step out of a limousine with Sam and are immediately taken aback by the flash of cameras from the paparazzi. Whoa, the press is even crazier than at your engagement party. Just smile and nod. That's what I always do. Sam offers you her arm. You smile and slip your arm through hers, pressing yourself into her side and savouring her warmth. Sam Dalton, who's your name? Where's Sophia Russo? Give us a call, sweetie. What are you doing here? What happens to me? No comment. Now, if you'd please excuse us. Sam moves to shield you from the invasive throng, mouthing a silent sorry as you step away from the mob together. I can see why Sophia prepared so much for tonight. I didn't realize this party was such a big deal. Sam stops along the path and you almost bump into her. She turns and takes your hand in hers. Alessia, I've thought about taking you out on a night like this for a long time. Now that we're finally here, I'd really like to focus on us, not Sophia. Because you... Her eyes travel down your body, then back up to your eyes. Are all I can think about. Deal? Damn, she really be... You're bitch. You're really cheating. I mean, she's not a nice person, but still, you cheating? Deal. No more Sophia talk. Let's head inside and enjoy the evening. Girl, that don't sit right with me. That really don't sit right with me. You went to the ballroom and look around in awe at the elegant decor. Sam leads you across the room to your table, where her parents are already seated. Oh yeah, you're spending time with her parents. Alessia, what a delight to see you here. Where's Sophia? She wasn't feeling well, so she stayed home. Luckily, Alessia was free to help us fill the table. Your eyes fall on the vacant chair across from you. Are we expecting someone else? Unfortunately, Robin couldn't make it at the last minute either. But never fear, Mason's old secretary should be along soon to take her place. You nod before turning to Sam and lowering your voice. You weren't kidding about this empty seat thing. Yeah, if you buy a table at an event like this, you're expected to fill every seat or you might get frozen out next time. Oh my god, it's the weird man. The weird man that appeared in the chapter previously, but also he's the guy from It Lives Beneath. That weird cult man. That's Miles Houston. I recognize him from Sophia's flashcards. Why are we staring at him, though? I've been trying to convince him to collaborate with us on a new project, but he's notoriously unschmoozable. Care to help me change that? I might have to add that to my fun word list. It'd be my honor. You and Sam make your way across the room and you can almost see the moment Sam slips into work mode. Samantha, you're looking well. No, I regretted that accent the second I done it, but... You too, Miles. Alessia, I'd like you to meet Miles Houston, a fellow technophile and unrepentant geek. I'm hoping he might brainstorm with me someday. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Do you work at Dalton Enterprises as well? I freelance alongside the company in a limited capacity, but I'm inches away from committing full-time. Oh, why do you say that? What did the flashcards say? Oh, right, he likes meditation and dislikes waste. I love how the company culture is so present and mindful. Waste and energy efficiency are top-notch. If I have a concern, the channel to the top is simple and direct. If I want to de-stress, boom, nap bar during lunch. I would expect nothing less. of Dalton Enterprises. Bragging about doing the bare minimum now, Sam? Not at all. We just want to make sure all of our employees are aware of everything we have to offer. I suppose that's good too. An employee shouldn't have to read about their benefits in some handbook. You catch Sam's eyes and mouth is silent. Thank you. It is helpful to see Dalton Enterprises from a different point of view, and the way you describe it seems rather idyllic. Sam's eyes widen slightly as she sees her window of opportunity. As you know, we'd love to bring you on board. You could be instrumental in making sure we fulfill our mission statement with the latest Nightingale update. I admit I've been on the fence, but after tonight I'll be in touch. Miles shakes Sam's hand, then walks away. Sam turns to you with a wide grin. I can't believe that just happened. Believe it, you can be very convincing when you want to be. Remember how you persuaded me to spend an entire day with Sophia studying flashcards? Speaking of, you gesture over Sam's shoulder, where a woman you recognize as Celine Detort is in a heated discussion with Mason and Vivian. We'd better rescue them. Celine, you just can't back out like this out of the blue. It'll make the other shareholders panic. That's not my responsibility. I just want to sell my shares and be done with the whole market. Pardon the intrusion. It's good to see you again, Celine. May I introduce Alessia De Laurenti? This is her first gala, and I'm trying to show her a good time. I know Sam wants to change the subject, but I feel like I can turn this around. Her flashcard said something about a philosophy degree and being burned by meaty shade. I couldn't help but overhear, are you really going to sell, Mr. Tort? Dalton stock has been so stable recently, even trending up. I just don't trust the game anymore. I wouldn't expect you to understand. I understand, and it reminds me of something Kierkegaard said. Dalton Enterprises is nothing like meaty shade. Well, obviously, you're not going to bring up her past. Life must be understood backwards, but lived forwards. If you dump all your investments now, you'll just be living backward. I did feel like I had a talent for investing, but I was so wrong with meaty shade. Maybe you've been burned in the past, but life is about observation and adaptation. That's all philosophy is, right? Distilling education from experience. Jonathan Swift did encourage us all to live every day of our lives, and I think he meant to take risks. Exactly. I'd hate to see you lose confidence in your judgment because of one mistake. Celine considers your words for a long moment, then finally smiles. I suppose it would be hasty to make a decision right now. Sam, let's meet next week to discuss this further. You let out a breath you didn't realize you were holding as she walks away. That was impressive. That was Alessia in action. Before you can respond, the music changes and the dance floor starts to fill with couples. Sam turns to you, eyes sparkling as she extends a hand. Dance with me, Alessia. You've more than earned a break from all the shop talk. I'd love to. Sam draws you out onto the dance floor and your heart flutters as the two of you sway together in front of everyone. I don't really know how to waltz or whatever this is. Just follow my lead, or I could follow yours if you'd prefer. Meaning what? If I twerk, you will too? Something like that. Sam pulls you closer, leaning in so her lips tickle your ear. This is our night, Alessia, not theirs. I love Sam, but it's just uncomfortable, Jean, you know? In that case, follow my lead, I'll follow your lead. You let Sam guide you into position, your left hand on her shoulder and your right entwined with hers. Her other hand settles on the small of your back, reeling you into her body. Just relax. As long as you stay loose and let me take control, it'll be easy. You say that like letting you take control is easy for me. Do you prefer to be in control? I like when we take turns. Duly noted. Sam pulls you closer as she begins to lead you through the dance. You try to stay loose, but... Whoops, was that your foot? I'll survive. Don't worry about the steps, Alessia. Just look at me. And you do. You focus on her burning gaze, and you feel yourself starting to melt into her embrace. She twirls you round and round on the dance floor, and you don't miss a single beat. Wow, I didn't think I had it in me. You grin, but Sam doesn't smile back. She's gazing at you with such intensity your breath catches. What is it? Walk with me? Sam takes your hand and leads you to a secluded balcony, away from the gala. The night is breezy and quiet, almost like you're in another world. That is a really pretty background. Something on your mind? Sam joins you at the railing, and even with the distance between you, you can feel the heat radiating from her body. Honestly, I just wanted you to myself for a while. Ever since we got here, the other guests have been swarming around you, drawn to you. Not that I can blame them. It's like you've grown up surrounded by all this. You're in your element, and you shine. You may think I belong here, and you're right, but you're wrong. And you're right, she a fancy bitch. You hesitate for just a moment, then take the plunge. I feel like this is where I'm meant to be, by your side, nowhere else. Sam cups your cheek in her hand, and she swallows heavily. You see the stars reflected in her eyes. I can't help it but wonder if you're right, like everything that's happened between us since your interview was fate. And I don't even believe in fate. Then why would you suggest that, girl? Sam leans closer to you, eclipsing the night sky from view. Her lips are just a breath away from yours. What if someone sees? I don't care. Her finger scoops beneath your chin, gently lifting your gaze to hers. Right now, all I care about is you. Your eyes scan hers, but you see nothing but conviction there. The practical part of your brain desperately shouts at you to pull away, that she's your boss, that she's engaged, that you have to be mindful of the consequences. But the rest of you craves to know what it'd be like to kiss Sam Dalton, to know if she'd live up to your fantasies. Consequences be damned. And right here, in this moment, all you can do is give in. Sam. You close the gap between you, finally pressing your lips to hers. I should kiss her passionately, keep it sweet. Do you know what? She's done it now. I tried so hard to make her not a homewrecker, and what is she now? A homewrecker. God damn it, Pixelberry. You slide your tongue along her lips. She opens her mouth in reply, moaning your name. Alessia. The sound shoots through you. You move against her desperately, your kiss hungry and pleading. The balcony feels like it's on fire. Your head lolls back as Sam trails her lips down your neck. Her hands slide down your back until she can pull your hips flush against hers. Sam, you've never been kissed like this before. She can't get enough of your body, your taste, and you know you can't either. She traps you between her soft curves and the railing, and there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Your pulse races as her hands find the edge of your skirt, sliding up just enough to stroke the soft skin of your inner thighs. Her voice is thick, husky with need. Alessia, I want you, but I can't keep stopping myself. You have to be the strong one here. If this isn't what you want, tell me to stop now. You kiss a steamy path up to her ear, whispering, "What if I don't want you to stop?" She lets out a soft curse as she pulls back just far enough to meet your gaze. Your breath catches as you take in her blazing eyes, the fire you see there mirroring the heat coursing through your veins. Look, she's only a tiny homewrecker now, but we can stop her from becoming a fully fledged homewrecker. You take a deep breath and step away from Sam's embrace. Her arms immediately let you go, and you look down at your feet. Sorry, I shouldn't have. Don't apologize. If anyone should be sorry, it's me. Sam reaches out to cup your cheek, gently guiding your gaze back to hers. I am sorry. I shouldn't have pushed you. Shouldn't have. She swallows hard, then continues. I shouldn't have kissed you. It was reckless of me. The two of you fall quiet for a moment until the din of the party wafts up to you, breaking your reverie. Well, there's no reason to be reckless now. You should head back inside. I'll follow you in a few minutes. Sam nods, smoothing her clothes one last time. She reaches for the door, then turns back to you. Alessia, It's fine. I'll be fine. We can talk later. Okay, if you're sure. Whatever she was about to say, you're sure you don't want to hear it. Sam hesitates for another moment, but you pull your focus to the overlook as she slips inside. The noise of the gala assails you through the open balcony, louder than ever. The real world is waiting for you. But you can't face it right now. You lean against the railing and stare out at the stars, wishing the answer was out there. What the hell am I gonna do now? How are y'all enjoying this? Do you like the accents? Y'all need to tell me if you like them. Also, what are your thoughts about Sam and Alessia? I mean, personally, I think, stop. Get some help. You know, why y'all cheating? But there's not much I can do about that because Pixelberry is determined to force someone to us. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this chapter. Let me know your thoughts. Stay frosty, puppies.